Hey Kaiju fans, so today will be a review on this 2004 Godzilla Final Wars poster edition diorama from X Plus. Let's go ahead and jump in. So what I really like about this figure right from the get-go is the fact that this is a Godzilla figure, but also comes with a base and then actually a stand as well. So there's really three integrated pieces. Typically X Plus doesn't offer those kinds of things just because maybe it's rather expensive to craft every piece, and certainly with the size of the figures there's only so much you can build a diorama around it and offer it to the customer. But I really like how this is all kind of tied together, and you don't necessarily have to build stuff out of your garage or anything else to kind of make it look how it is. So regarding this particular figure itself, so this did not actually appear in Godzilla Final Wars. If you actually remember and recall the initial movie poster, and certainly I was very excited about it back in 2004. This Godzilla kind of looks more like the Millennium edition of Godzilla from like the early 2000s, and certainly with his dorsal fins, they're kind of exaggerated, particularly just because it was a drawing of the movie poster. But nevertheless, even if he doesn't really appear in Final Wars, and you can certainly check out that film to see the sculpt of that Godzilla there, but at least here he definitely conveys kind of this menacing kind of look, and I do like it, even though again it wasn't necessarily in the movie. Another thing I do really like about this figure is the fact that there is a base, and the base is, diorama style. It's really well crafted. If you look kind of closely here, you can kind of see some of these water features, and yeah, certainly something that I'm sure modelers would enjoy building and crafting on their own. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and they do a really good job with epoxy and stuff like that. But in this case, X Plus has crafted that already, so you're going to basically get this out of the box. In addition to that, there is a cityscape kind of in this vicinity here, and yeah, they've got some skyscrapers, and then you can kind of see this orange hue, and I think that's supposed to kind of represent the atomic energy, or maybe some kind of explosion of some kind. But it's a really kind of nice colorscape in terms of the city, and then transitioning to, I guess you would call it, the glow of an explosion or a decimating event. And I think what is always kind of cool, particularly in these diorama style X Plus figures, is that they are kind of a snapshot in time. So if you do remember the movie poster, Godzilla has his tail curled around, and it's not just kind of dangling off the side as he's typically walking. This is kind of, he's, I don't know, gazing at the sky, or who knows, maybe he's looking at an enemy and he's kind of coiling himself to attack. But I really do kind of like this circular kind of configuration, if you will. So he's kind of like all wrapped up, ready to pounce or to display a show of force. And this figure was rather easy to put together. I mean, essentially I think there was only maybe three pieces. So you have the base here, which is one piece, and then the Godzilla was in I guess kind of a plastic case within the cardboard case, and this was a piece here, and then the tail was also a separate piece, so you just have to kind of connect it here to fully construct the figure. And typically with these X Plus figures, they do an excellent job of trying to craft and to mimic everything that appears in a poster or a movie. This is no exception. If you look pretty closely here, you can see his rows of teeth, and they are actually very sharp to the touch. So yeah, I mean, for those adult collectors who want to be able to display this, yeah, probably keep your kids away from it, because you could probably end up touching it and puncturing a little bit of skin if you're not careful. So yeah, really kind of cool, and certainly one of the more iconic pieces I have in my collection. All right, well anyway, that was a quick review of this 2004 Godzilla Final Wars poster edition from X Plus. Obviously, I hope you liked this content. Feel free to comment in the comment section and tell me kind of what your favorite Godzilla diorama is, whether you constructed it yourself or maybe you bought something out of the box. But I would love to kind of hear that, and maybe I can get my hands on it as well. But other than that, yeah, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And yeah, again, if you are unaware, there is a store that we have, Kaiju Kingdom Collectibles.com, and we carry Godzilla goods and all kinds of stuff like that. And this is in service of all the fans out there, because I am personally a fan of all these products. So until next time, have a good one.